Welcome to our Alpaka Elements Travel Pack review. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about this one. This travel pack's bringing a lot of new stuff to the table. But is it a pack for you? Is it too heavy? Is it too long of a build? Does the modular ecosystem work as well as it's advertised? Be sure to watch the entire review because by the end of it, you'll either A, know this pack is perfect for you, or B, you won't be sold and I'll give you some alternative recommendations that I think might better suit your specific needs. Let's kick off the Alpaka Travel Pack review talking about the overall gist. Now, as of recording this backpack is on Kickstarter. But Alpaka is not some new company launching their first backpack. They've been in the game for a long time, and I've reviewed some of their products, and I'm really impressed with what they're bringing to the table. This is a 35-liter backpack, a very tight 35 liters, but because of the size, it's ideal, as the name infers, for travel. It's got a very urban, sleek look to it, but it's built in a way and has some features as to where it can also kind of function as an outdoorsy pack, sort of. We've got some killer materials, which I'll talk about more in depth in the next section, particularly the interior material. We've got a front compartment with tons of organization, a clamshell opening middle compartment that also has a pretty decent amount of organization, two really nifty quick access pockets, some really interesting and, to be honest, gorgeous space cell foam padding on the shoulder straps and the waist strap. There's two different material options, ballistic nylon or X-Pack, both only come in the color black. It comes in at around 3.7 pounds, which is, for me, it's fine. For some of those hardcore one baggers out there, it might be a bit too heavy. I don't think 3.7 is the end of the world though, but it is slightly on the heavier side. This is the bag when it's empty, and this is the bag when it's full. Throughout this review, we're gonna pack this bag out so you can see exactly what it fits. This is the bag on me. I'm 5'8" for reference. Overall, the comfort, pretty impressive. I got some things to say about the space foam padding on the shoulder straps, but overall, solid. And as of shooting for the Kickstarter, this is running about 170 USD, but after the Kickstarter campaign, it will jump to around 240 USD. And if at any point during this review, you're gonna make a purchase or you wanna find out more information about the Alpaka Travel Pack, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description. That link makes sure that you get the best price, and it also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into some details and talk about the front of the Alpaka Travel Pack. First up, let's talk about this exterior material. This is 840D ballistic nylon. Ballistic nylon was actually invented by the military, but now it's really commonly used on backpacks, specifically urban backpacks. This is because it's got a super sleek look, and the ballistic nylon that Alpaka uses is DWR coated, which means it's even extra water resistant and weather resistant. Let's start with the first quick access pocket. This guy right here, hello, didn't even know that. You got this little flap right there. You got the zipper hanging out, but that aside, it's a pretty discreet pocket. Alpaka's branding is right here, nice and subtle, but once you get into the pocket, you can see we've got a YKK zip. This is a non-PU coated YKK zip. And then once you're in this pocket, pretty basic. No additional organization. We've got the interior ripstop material, which I'm gonna talk about when I can actually show it a little bit better, so hold that thought. And due to the size of the pocket, I think this is great for things like cell phone, and I'd probably also put my Bluetooth headphones in there. Next up, let's talk about the front compartment. This compartment is accessible through YKK PU-coated lockable zippers. So if you got a little lock, you can go ahead and click those bad guys shut. These zippers are really smooth. A lot of times YKK PU coated zips are like super sticky, right? That PU coating is good for durability, but not good for smoothness. But man, these are smooth, baby. And then here we're in just something beautiful for two reasons. One, I love the organization of this compartment. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different compartments. But the thing that gets me going is this interior material. It's a 300D ripstop nylon, but I love A, the light gray color, which helps to create a highlight effect, which just kind of makes it easier to find your stuff. If this was black, it would just be like an abyss, and I don't know where my stuff is. But also, look at that honeycomb pattern. It's shiny, it feels premium, it's just fresh, baby. On the flap, we have this mesh zipper pocket. Decent mesh, not too stretchy. I wish it was a little bit stretchier just to help with the expansion. Good spot for a backup phone battery. Below it, we got a bigger pocket with this little guy right here, which is for an air tag, right? So if you wanna make sure that your bag can be located if you were to lose it, or if it were to get thefted from you. AirTag in there, you'll be able to find it. I do not have an AirTag, but I always like to carry some backup tissues with me. Seems like a good spot. We got 3 external lash points. I'm not crazy about external lash points myself, but one cool thing about Alpaka's ecosystem is that they have these clips, these modular clips that perfectly attach to these. So whether it's a little pouch or a little key holder, you can just go ahead and clip those on. So if you're big into Alpaka and you like modular ecosystems, which I'm a big fan of, then you can use those. The actual bottom of this compartment reaches down all the way to yonder of the bag. That additional depth is nice because you can fit a couple things in there, like a A5 notebook, Kindle. Plenty of room to spare. Then moving up here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets, 2 pen pockets. And these guys, they're a bit tight. I was really hoping they would fit my moleskin, my small moleskin. Yes, I always travel with 2 moleskins, but unfortunately, my moleskin, it's not gonna fit. But it's still good for smaller bits of gear. I got my nicotine pouches, slide them right in there. Apple Magic Mouse, like a glove. And then a zipper pocket directly above it. The zipper pocket goes to about right here. That's where I'm putting my keys, which I'm pissed about. Why, you might ask? Because there's no dedicated keychain on this bag. Now, Alpaka does sell the modular, cool external lash point keychain thing, but I just would have really appreciated just a little leash. I don't even care where. It could have been on the side pocket, maybe here, you know, just somewhere where I can just clip my keys onto, just for that little extra sense of tidiness. It's a small thing, but it does go a long way for me. Okay, front of the bag, check. Now let's talk about the middle of the Alpaka Travel Pack. Starting at the bottom, we've got 2 external lash points that come with these external carry straps. As far as I'm concerned, these come with the bag, but don't quote me on that. And they're nice straps because they hook on right here, these external lash points. You got the G hook right there, which is nice and secure. Connects via G hook on the back side. But then you have this buckle right here, which is great because as opposed to having to unhook it every time you want to carry something externally on the bottom of your bag, you just unbuckle it, baby. I'm not sure what brand makes these buckles, but they seem durable. They're very satisfying to use. And if you like to carry things on the bottom of your bag, you're gonna love these external lash points. Moving on to the side. Side number 1, we got a water bottle holder. This is a 16-ounce Columbia water bottle, pretty standard size, and there's a lot of room to spare. You see that? And we've got a couple lash points on the side here that you can use to connect Alpaka straps to help secure anything that you have on the side. Maybe you want to weave your water bottle in there or keep the tripod nice and compact. That's what this is for. Side handle, average. I wouldn't really carry the bag with this handle. It's more just like a leverage point, right? I mean, you can go into like briefcase mode, I guess, but like this is not like a briefcase mode bag. It's just another way to grab the bag, move it around. Other side, quick access pocket. YKK PU coated zip, and you can see it's sort of like a half moon opening. Inside the pocket, we've got 1 large pocket and 2 smaller pockets. Now here's the deal. This pocket is advertised for like a small notebook and a couple of pens. But I'm thinking Alpaka's getting a little too pen crazy. We've already got 2 pen holders here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 pen pockets in one bag. I love my pens, but I think 4 is a little overkill. And as to where my moleskin didn't fit into the pocket here, it does perfectly fit into this pocket here, which is nice to have. But for me, I don't need like my notebook that quick of access. So for me, I'd much rather put my wallet in there. But one cool thing about this pocket is there's like a pocket within the pocket, some Inception right here, which, let's see, does it fit my cell phone? Could be a good cell phone spot. Oh, absolutely. But overall, I love this pocket because of that access. You're at the airport, you're in a new destination, you gotta pay for something, wallet, kaboom. And that access is just killer. On the top, we have this top handle, nothing to really go crazy about. It's average, decent nylon material. Could use a little bit more padding. But now, let's get into the main compartment. We got a little bit of a zipper cluster going on right here. You can move the zippers around a little bit, but it's a little dingleberry-esque, if you know what I mean. Also, lockable, PU-coated YKK zips, super smooth. In the main compartment, we've got 1, 2 mesh zipper pockets on the opening flap. Again, the zips have this little bit of sewing right there, that little extra fabric just to help to give it a little extra grip. The little things can go a long way, guys. Ideal spot for a big, bulky laptop charger. The pocket has a decent amount of expansion, so these bulkier items can fit and zip close with ease. And on the bottom pocket, I'm gonna put my backup Bluetooth portable keyboard, foldable portable keyboard. It should be noted, yet again, we have a clamshell opening, which is great because it gives you access to everything, right? You just go ahead, pop this flap open, and then everything is accessible. Love clamshell opening, especially for travel packs. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 side pockets. For me, we're getting almost into pocket overkill for the main compartment because for me, when I travel, I'll just use tech pouches. But if you do want to utilize the pockets on the side, I think that they're great for things like wires, adapters, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lash points. Yet again, really ideal if you're into the Alpaka ecosystem, clip things on, tech pouches, keys, whatever it might be. But then let's go travel, right? Let's freaking go places. A couple days worth of clothes on the bottom. I'm not getting super organized right now. Normally I do like my neat military roll fold thing, but just giving you an idea. This is like pair of pants, pair of shorts, jacket, bunch of shirts, a couple of pouches, 1 bathroom pouch, 1 tech pouch. Oh yeah. Let's throw a few other things in there. I got a tote, laptop stand. Let's pack a sling, right? I get to my destination. I don't want to carry this big around. Got my Bellroy Melbourne sling. Think it'll close? Of course it will. Next up, tech compartment. Yet again, PU coated, lockable YKK zips. Now we've only got a half opening, not even, like this side's like less than a half. This just goes down to right there, and this to right there. This laptop compartment is big enough for a 17-inch laptop, so my 13-inch MacBook Pro fits no problemo. Really well padded. It's got some nice materials that are smooth to the touch, probably some sort of anti-scratch property for those materials. And let's see if there's a false bottom. Yeah, so the laptop compartment ends around right here, which means it has a false bottom, which means that if you drop your bag, your laptop is less likely to hit the ground and therefore get damaged. And in this compartment, there's no other slots, there's no dual laptop holding. You could probably fit a laptop in the actual there, like if you're a second laptop traveler or an iPad or some sort of tablet. But overall, I'd say a solid tech compartment. Now let's talk about the back of the Alpaka Elements Travel Pack. Starting at the northernmost point, we've got load lifters. These are great because they help lift the load, right? It's heavy, you got a lot going on. You wanna save the back, you go ahead and tighten these guys up and it distributes the weight. Less weight on your lower back, more weight on your shoulders and your torso. And it's a big thing for travel packs to have this. This goes a long way in saving your back and just making it a more comfortable carrying experience. Let's talk about shoulder straps. Most notably, we've got this space foam, right? I've reviewed a lot of packs. I've never seen nothing like this. And aesthetically, I was sold. I'm like, I love things that are different and it just looks cool. And I just like these little things that make premium packs that you pay premium money for have a more premium feel. But I was concerned how they would feel from a comfort perspective. I will say, like, it's kind of noticeable in some weird way. And sometimes noticeable isn't always congruent, is that the right word? Isn't always the same as comfortable, because you might notice it. It's subtle, but it's worth noting. The shoulder strap is contoured, so that just means that it fits the shape of your torso even more snug. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 external lash points on each shoulder strap. These are great to clip things on, like a carabiner, maybe a small pouch, or a sternum strap. Yet again, just in the same way that the load lifters help take the weight off your back, so does a sternum strap. Clips into place right here. Pretty easy to get on, a little more challenging to get off. And this bad boy is a magnet. Backpacks and magnets, a hell of a combination. Tighten it, and I love that Alpaka provided a little nylon web loop, right? A little dangle stopper just to keep this a nice tidy experience. And now, we're in comfort zone, or are we? Because as an add-on, you can also buy the waist strap. Now this is gonna be a long review, so I'm just gonna talk about this guy super brief. It's a waist strap. It can be worn as a waist strap or connected to the backpack via the Velcro in the back as well. Same space foam padding, 2 pockets on either side, great for quick access. Overall, pretty cool, but like I said, it is an add-on. That's all I have to say about it. Further down south, I don't know what this hardware is, bro. What are you? So unbranded hardware, not crazy about that at this price point. More web holders to stop the dangle. Nice tidy experience. You don't want these flapping all over the place when you're traveling through the world. And now let's talk back panel. For me, a back panel has to have 2 things. Padding to help with the comfort and ventilation to help fight back sweat. And this guy's got both. Really nice padding. I like the cut. It's not too big. It doesn't like expand in the entirety of the pack. It sort of like cuts like this, which means it'll still be comfy while also reducing weight though, and not being too bulky. I mean, one thing to note about this bag that you can kind of see from this angle is it does have a thinner, longer sort of a shape to it. And then with the ventilation, you got these cuts right here, another cut sort of right here, and then the strip down the middle where you also have a luggage pass-through holder, which means if you are traveling with a carry-on luggage, you go ahead and slide this on through the handle. Okay, overall pros and cons of the Alpaka Elements Travel Pack. Pro number one, it just looks great. It's a sexy bag. Pro number two, it also feels great. I'm really impressed by everything that's happening here from a comfort perspective. Pro number three, a smaller pro, but big to me, is just the gorgeousness of these interior ripstop honeycomb materials. And pro number four are the two quick access pockets. But let's talk cons. I got a few of them. Con number one is I think some of the pockets are a little too prescriptive. Maybe too many pen pockets going on. Con number two, it is a bit on the heavy side. We're looking at over 4 pounds if you have the bag with the waist straps. And con number three is gonna be sort of lash point overdose. We got 3 in the front compartment and 9 in the main compartment. So, you're still here and you're like, Aaron, I've taken the pros and I've taken the cons into consideration and I've made a decision. I'm buying that bag. In that case, we do ask that you make your purchase using the first link in the description. That link makes sure that you get the best price, and it also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel. Thank you very much. But let's say you're not quite sold. I'm gonna give you a few alternative recommendations that are really close to this bag, but also a little bit different so you can maybe find a bag that better suits your needs. Alternative recommendation number one is going to be the Aer Travel Pack. Honestly, the Aer Travel Pack and the Alpaka Travel Pack share a lot of similarities. Similar look, similar vibes, similar weight, but they just have a little bit different take on their organization, on their build, and you might want to learn more about it. So if that sounds like you, take a look in the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. Alternative travel recommendation number two is going to be the Able Carry Max Backpack. This is one of my favorite one bag travel packs, and it's gonna be perfect for you if you're looking for a bag that has a little bit more color to it, and also is a little bit more minimalist. To learn more about the Able Carry Max, take a look in the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. And alternative recommendation number three is going to be the Nomads Travel Pack. This is a good bag for you if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'll get the Alpaka Travel Pack and use it as an everyday carry as well. No, it's too big. But the Nomadic Travel Pack is a 20-liter pack that can expand to 30 liters, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. It's also got a ton of organization and other cool features. To learn more about the Nomadic Travel Pack, take a look down low and you'll find a link to our full review. If you enjoyed this Alpaka Travel Pack review, then it probably means you like backpacks, which means you might be excited to hear that we're actually building our own backpack on this channel and documenting the entire process. So if you want to see step by step how a game-changing backpack is built from the ground up, be sure to watch the next video where I tell you more details about the Building a Backpack project. My name's Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll see you next time.